Good evening everybody, welcome back to a Chart Nerd Technical Analysis video. Today we will be discussing VELO, the ticker is VELO, against USDT on the daily time frame. So I have the Gaussian channel right now and the 20 EMA on the charts here. So the 20 EMA has been support ever since we got back above it back here in August. We had this rally up, came back to it for support, broke out again, came back to it support for a second time, for a third time. We had some sort of deviation below, but we got back above, came back again below, but got back above. Now we're below, but looking to get back above. So you get the point. This 20 EMA, when you are in an uptrend, this 20 EMA is a very significant point for a key level of support. And when you lose that, we have the 55, which is a last support line. So you can see that when we had this bullish cross back here on the 21st of August, we got back above the EMAs and we've been holding the 20 and the 55. We had a wick down to its support on the 28th of August, and since this 28th of August wick down here that we haven't actually come back and had anything near this 55. So right now the 20 is the key level of support here for us on the daily time frame. Now if I get rid of the 55 again and get the Gaussian channel, we also have the upper regression band of this Gaussian. So since we broke out here, we had this impulsive move from 0.07, came back to the 20, broke out, and then we had a retest on the top band of the Gaussian channel and the 20 EMA. Now at this point, this is where we rallied up and created this 0.02, which is our key level of resistance right now. So we came up to that high, we then came back to the 20, rallied up, pulled back just shy of the top regression band of the Gaussian and rallied up once more. So equally, so to speak, we have this top band of the Gaussian channel, this green line, the top end of this, because you've got the top band, you've got the middle band, and you've got the low band. These are regression bands of the Gaussian channel, and they help identify trend direction and support levels in these trends. So we had this trend flip back here, which was on the terrible line, which was on the 27th of August. We held support on the top band of the Gaussian after that trend flip, and we carried on impulsive. And ever since, we've got the 20 and the top band right here as support. So right now, the top band of the Gaussian channel currently sits at 0.0155. So we've got 0.0155, you've got 0.0132 as the mid band, and we've got 0.011 as the low regression band. Now these have been targets that I've been eyeing for a while if we do get some sort of steeper correction off of this impulsive move, where we could come back even deeper and retrace before looking for the breakout going into October, later October this year. But again, that hasn't happened yet, and as I'm saying, we've got key levels of support on the 20 EMA, we've got the top regression band, the mid regression band, and the lower regression band. Until all of these are lost, and the 55 EMA on the daily time frame, I can't say that we're looking bearish. Right now we are in an uptrend, we're holding support, and we're looking for continuation. We equally have this level of support here that we're currently holding on the daily time frame, that since the 11th of September, we've rallied up, we came back for an ABC correction down to the support line for a few days here, and we eventually broke up on the 23rd. We put in a new local high, by the way, with these closes on these closes here on the 27th of September. We actually tackled out the previous high. So we do have some sort of higher low formation here. If I get the Gaussian off for a second, you'll notice we had this high, we've got this low. We initially had this sort of indecisiveness for a few days before in an ABC correction before breaking out and actually putting a new high. So technically speaking, we've got a high, Gaussian's back on, a low, you've got a high, and then we've got higher lows on this ascending support as well. So we are still holding key levels of support, this ascending support line right here, and we're still holding the 20 EMA, and we have the top regression band just below us as support as well. So far so good. Now if we go into the 4-hour time frame here, there's something I've been monitoring on X that I wanted to show you guys, and what this was is we have a key level of previous support that is now acting as resistance for VELO at the 0.017 range. So you'll notice that what happened was we had this high here. This was on the news of the BUIDL fund when we got involved with BlackRock and Securitize. We crashed down to 0.013. We then ran up into 0.017 and confirmed this as resistance, and we had this sort of higher low formation here in the 0.014 range. Okay, so we had this low, we came up to resistance, we then pulled back to a higher low before actually tackling out of this resistance on Monday the 23rd of September. So last Monday we actually tackled out of 0.017, which was a resistance level, and this is where we saw over the next few days that sort of double top up to these previous 0.02 resistance range. So what happened was we got back above the resistance, we came back to 0.017 as support, we held some sort of triple bottom here and then rallied up again up to fill in this wick. So we had this impulsive wick prior that eventually we came back to support and filled that wick in. But what happened is we ran into a key level of resistance, and ever since, so since Friday, we've been in this sort of quite a nasty pullback. I mean, I wouldn't say nasty, but considering from the 4 days ago before that, we came back around 20%. So what I'm looking for right now is the fact that this was previous support at 0.017. Why the hell am I getting a circle on? The fact that this was previous support at 0.17, we've now come back, lost that support, we've ran into it as resistance, and I think we're looking for a pullback to our higher low. Now, where is that higher low potentially going to be? Well, this is where we go from our support here and we drag up this ascending support line to these candle closes. And what you'll notice, or what I think's going on, is we've had some sort of pullback here, and we're looking, or right now, sorry, we have ran up into this 0.017 as resistance, and we're potentially looking now to come back to this trend line for another key level of support, because we've got, since the 11th of September, we created the support line, rallied up into resistance, and then we came back down to the support line for another 3 points of contact here, and then got the breakout. We held support previously, had another breakout, but failed to hold the support. We've now lost it, ran into it as resistance. I would expect a pullback at least to this trend line for within the next couple of days, potentially going into the first week of October, before looking then to break out this 0.017 range again and actually continue on to new highs. So I think we're looking to pull back to this key level of ascending support, this yellow line right now, after losing 0.017. So the fact that we lost this support on the red zone, we've now come back down. I think we come up right here, get rejected where we are, come back for a higher low, and then form some sort of double bottom near this ascending support, and then look for the break to take us up to higher highs and getting back to this 0.02 range. So right now, everything still looks relatively safe in a matter of uptrend for us on the macro. We've got the 20 EMA on the 4 hour, which you can see is also acting as a key level of resistance right now on the 4 hour time frame. So potentially just pulling back here and looking for some sort of double bottom around this zone on this ascending support that we've come back to multiple times, and then looking for the break on VELO to tackle out of this 0.017. So key things to take away, guys: we've got ascending support below on this ascending trend line. We've run into the 4 hour 20 EMA. If we can start to come back here for a higher low or some sort of double bottom, we need to break 0.017 in this red zone and hold that as support in order to look for continuation back up to these highs. So I hope you've enjoyed the content today, guys. From Chart Nerd TA, take care, peace out.